Welcome, folks. This is American Mantics. I'm your happy healer. We're talking about a lot of stuff this evening, and including some of the issues that we actually discussed. And I want to make sure that actually we're on before I get going into this here. Okay. I could see our connection is a little bit bumpy to start with, but now it looks pretty good, which is a good thing. And we've been having a great discussion online in our group community for American Mantics, discussing so many things so instrumental and so important to the cause of American Mantics. And what I want to do tonight is, first off, just recognize that we're a family. So many of you have been so compassionate and caring towards one another and helping one another in little problems here and there. I like that. That's what I do. That's what I am. As your happy healer lover, that's what I love. That's what I live for. Indeed. So I love seeing that. That's what our community is about. That's where we're growing it. Those are the kinds of people that are excelling in the community, and I'm so proud of those folks. So one of the poll questions that we put up recently, it discussed whether or not most people were opposed or not, that whether or not they were for or not, the fourth stimulus check. And what we learned is that almost double the people from the group were opposed to the fourth stimulus check. However, on the outside page, where we had more respondents, it was overwhelming yes that they approved and wanted the stimulus. So I'm imagining that the folks in the group were more conservative, amazing, Trump-loving, American-loving, just like your happy healer lover. And we are maybe not the most not welcoming, but place you would find a liberal. And so I'm guessing that some of these folks, it makes sense if you think about it, that they were the liberals and that they weren't in the group. And so, there's a mix of people that watch from the outside versus who's in the group. And I'll be sharing these statistics with you guys. And also doing appreciation, because it's so important to appreciate people. And that's what I learned. And sharing those stories. But anyways, let's get right into this. I have a great show this evening. And first up is, I'm just going to lay out what's going on. And you know that we've been talking about this, whether people are for it or against it. And some of the other things that we were talking about in the group, just led to some really interesting conversation. And we'll expand on that here this evening. And so we'll go to the couple of questions that was raised, and we'll address those. Specifically, what you have to realize is greed causes a lot of problems. And I know it to be what I see it to be, what I recognize it to be. And I'm going to talk about that. You're going to learn about that this evening. This is not talk about, let's as in next week. This is this evening. This is going to be about an hour-long program. And so strap in. All of this stuff is, the reason we do it is for you. The reason I do it is for you, because you matter, because you have purpose and value, and a reason that's sacred from our Creator, that you are to live a happy life. And so that's what I'm cognizant of. And the actual cause of concern for this stuff is a matter of American Mantics. Always know that. American Mantics is going to be live this Wednesday, which is today, at 7 p.m. And you are welcome to it. I am your happy healer lover. And we have a few topics to discuss this evening, to share some prepared media about that, which will give you insight to the deeper issues concerning this battle of goodness and evil. It really exists. And if you know and you are of strong faith, you know that is a fact. So we'll deep dive into what energy evil uses and address some of the topics we addressed in our family group, because we're always a family. So let's get started. This show will air on a normal schedule on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. So good day, my fellow lovers. And I have to ask a question. Why is President Trump under attack from all sides? And why are Americans in America having these extended, dreadful, and unimaginable attacks, and that they under attack in every way, and that there's so many hostilities between people? And why are the most dangerous and life-altering attacks from our nation coming from elements within our own country? These are concerns we all share, and we need to explore the actions that the media takes. The same media that Trump has been calling out for 6+ years. Thank God we have made progress despite all of these setbacks. We will cover those as well, and we will get into so much more. And what I'm looking forward to with sharing with you now is our prepared media. To be so trustworthy in that process, and to win, people expect that, and they deserve that, and they want that. You get that when love works, it wins. I see young people that are looking into the future and having a hard time even seeing the future. I see older people that are so spiteful, they don't resemble the older people from my own youth, in that their wisdom seems to be out the door, whether it's temporary or not. It's all still the more scary, because this is not how humanity is naturally. And so when people want to get back to a safety, they want to get back to love. And in fact, not only do we need to get to the love we have once experienced as a nation, we have to get to a higher love than we have ever experienced in order to deal with the many problems we see. And that's just giving it as real as it gets. And so I hope we can all get honest about that we can deal in the honest future that we have together. And I'm confident that we'll be able to deal with this, and that we will win, and that we will win together. Good afternoon. Today's date is February the 11th, 2020, and I'm your happy healer. And I know when I speak to the people around this country that you too are in it, and your feelings are so dedicated to the same principal ideas that my feelings are also dedicated to. When I wake up every day working on the causes that we have talked about over the course of this year, it reminds me each and every day why, when I wake up and do this hard work, the reason for that hard work. And so you better believe that we're going to stay on track. Let's face it, folks. We work in the energies. And when we fail to work in the energies, we all fail together in ways that we never intended to fail. We've wiggled and tried and worked. We dug in so deep, and we worked so hard for the future that we knew was possible based on the information that they gave us. But they weren't just wrong, they were nefarious in the information that they gave us. The outcome that they have today was an outcome they anticipated based on manipulation, and that's what makes it so bad, because it becomes a matter of integrity, and I could never do that to myself. It's the hope I wake up with every day. It's what keeps me going, knowing that we have a chance to deliver love in this lifetime, and that we're talking about the real problems that are destroying our families, destroying the way of life, and making things impossible to go forward, because we're speaking for the people. We're doing a special job. All the issues that America has been dealing with and the friction within, the soft civil war that we're currently fighting, they believe that that's what we want. that look to the past and they think that's where people want to go. They believe that's the net summation of all the problems humanity has been having, and people are on such different ends of the pool, and they're so scared. Their fear is driving them. Can you believe, after all of that, people are so misguided that that's where it's headed? And we are going to love Americans and show them how that when love works, it wins. And that we're going to show the way to win in love. And we're all going to get so excited in that process, because that's something that's been so overdue. And that by using that energy to get out of a world that's inverted, where hate is okay, where greed is okay, when it's not okay, we're stepping out. We're working on Happy Force One. This is coming together so well. I'm so excited. be trustworthy in that process and to win. People expect that and they deserve that and they want that. You get that when love works, it wins. I see young people that are looking into the future and having a hard time even seeing the future. I see older people that are so spiteful. They don't resemble the older people from my... I was better off with having the media on. Oh, geez, this is unbelievable. Okay, so we're 22 minutes in, partial media, partial the silence. Unbelievable. You know what I'm going to do just to correct this whole mess? I'm going to end this video and I'm going to restart. That is unacceptable. I was telling you guys such amazing things that I just know would make the difference in your life. And this is what I mean by, my goodness, and you didn't even hear me, but this is what I mean by you have to be so in tune to the environment. That greed is, by definition, an energy floating all throughout the world that you live in. And it's taking advantage and hurting people and causing mischief, and it's robbing and killing people, and it's causing corruption, and it's just this evil force. And so we talked about some of that, and you, oh my goodness, my precious angels, you didn't hear it. I don't know why. I just didn't have it on, and I'm sorry. Well, what we'll do... My goodness, that makes me upset. And I think people will understand that if I end this video and restart it, that we've got a much better step coming forward. And so I blame this one on that greedy, dirty devil. All right, folks, we'll be right back.